All right, we're here at the Artsysparty with local musician Nick Strong. So let's start it out, Nick. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit of your background and info, where you're from, what you're doing.
I'm from Holt, which is just like 15 minutes south of here. Like,
Right.
I could ride the bus home if I wanted to. And here I am a composition major, school of music. I got my start writing music about 3 years ago. I started a ska band in Holt
Oh, wow.
called the Open Late Thursdays, and I wrote all the music for that. We had a big horn section and everything. And after a couple years of that, I started writing stuff that wasn't really ska, so we couldn't play it in
Okay.
there. And once I decided, it wasn't for that band, I just went crazy and started really expanding the music I was writing and writing for more instruments and writing more complicated songs. And that eventually turned into the untitled Nick Strong solo project.
Yes.
And the CD that just came out.
Yes, the CD that we're going to be promoting here today, A Heap of Broken Images. It's very nice, I have to say, and we'll get into that a bit more later. And then, so that's an interesting musical background. Was that, like, some of that stuff originally what got you into music, or is there something else beforehand that really got you going?
I played bass in a punk band in 8th grade called Living Proof.
Okay.
And then from there, that was like my big interest in being in a band and stuff. And then I started the ska band and
Right.
just kind of went from there.
Okay, that's cool. Now, who are your musical influencers, at least some of the main ones?
Main ones, I'd say Danny Elfman.
Okay, yes.
Guitar player and singer for Oingo Boingo.
Okay.
Although he's probably better known for his film scores for
Yes,
like
right.
Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, the Spider-Man movies,
Yes, of course.
Hulk, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, all those. And my favorite band is the World Inferno Friendship Society,
Okay.
who are a cabaret punk band
Wow.
from New Jersey. That they're really not that punk anymore. It's like a crazy mix of like really fast rhythms with cabaret and jazz music and stuff. And yeah, so I'd say those are the two main ones for this CD.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, and moving into that CD, I noticed that for a solo release, it's really very much a collaborative album. And looking at the credits, there are so many musicians, so many different things going on. Describe your relationship, like with these musicians, like how you knew them, stuff like that, and like what happened during recording. Were there any things that happened, interesting things?
Well, all the musicians were people I know, just people I was friends with. Most of them had no experience, playing in a band or doing this kind
Right.
of stuff. Like they played in band in high school or they took private lessons or something.
Yes.
And the reason it's a solo project is because there wasn't like a band, a set band. It was just people I needed for one song to play this instrument or that instrument.
Right.
And the only people that were constant were me and my drummer. And I was writing all the songs and stuff, and so that's why it was a solo project. Let's see, during any funny instances, I guess there were times when there were a couple tracks, people would record, and then we'd end up, I wouldn't like how that instrument sounded, so
Right.
we'd scrap the entire track and we'd do it on a different instrument. And so, but they're still credited. Or like sometimes I wouldn't give them the music till like 2 days before we were supposed to record,
Yes.
and so they had no time to practice, and so it would take days to actually finish the track because I'm kind of mean when I write parts. So yeah, just stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.